I feel like nobody is hearing me, nobody is seeing me.
You guys, I really felt bad for Louis in this episode. He was just receiving the heat and being misunderstood in most of his meetups. At some point, it felt like because this group is so toxic, they just needed someone to pour their frustration on. I know that sometimes Louis can be weird, like his thought process can be weird sometimes, but in this episode, he was just receiving like from all angles. It was just really crazy. And I don't get why they call him Louis. Like, it's Louis. Like, where is H coming from? I was just surprised to hear Louis. I even had to go to his page to hear him say his name, and it's Louis. Look, I was just shocked to hear some people calling him Louis. So let's just get into the episode. I'm going to be covering episode 5 and 6 because tomorrow is for Real Housewives of Abuja. You guys already know Fridays are for Real Housewives of Abuja. So let's just like do episode 5 and 6 in this video. Welcome back to my channel, guys. If you are new here, please do want to subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that I can get notified each time I post a brand new video, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up. So the whole Louis and Bonang situation ended in a weird way, and Swanky Jerry was not even helping the situation. Like, you literally lied to this babe and it was your event, so he should have been the one fixing things and not expecting Louis to lick Bonang's feet in the name of apologizing. Swanky Jerry has just been very dramatic this season, and it doesn't even fit him. Like, the calm, collected, fashionable Swanky Jerry was more wholesome to watch than what we are seeing.
I'm looking at you right now, and it doesn't feel like you feel remorse about whatever happened.
Swanky, should I cut off my leg or give a kidney or what?
Louis apologizing plenty at this point was not even needed. The way the story was that he was not able to book Bonang's accommodation. Bonang got angry. She did not host the event anymore. She left. So it's kind of like 1-1 because I'm sure Louis's event was also affected by that action. So they've done each other okay, fine and good. He ended up apologizing. That's okay, just for peace to reign and everything. Bonang still accused him of lying. At this point, it's even Bonang that's supposed to be apologizing to him, to be honest, because she accused him of lying. She went at him for something entirely different. The conversation that night was not even really about the Namibia situation, so I don't know why they are holding on to that. There was even now another meeting between himself and Zari where they were still talking about the Namibia situation. I was just like, it's not even that deep. It wasn't that serious. You guys should rest. Leave everything to just rest. So finally, Swanky Jerry and Annie had a conversation. They met up to talk about what was doing the both of them, or Swanky met up to Swanky invited her over to tell her what was bothering him and why he was keeping his distance from her. He spoke about the phone call that got him to detach himself, and at first Annie was denying that there was any call like that. Later on, she now moved on to being angry about the fact that he had waited for 7 months before addressing the issue with her. There was a lot of back and forth in that situation. Annie was being very defensive. She even called him a child, spoke about how 1 year of fame can change somebody. So it was a lot of her being defensive for the most part, and I feel like that's not the way to go. If someone is telling you that you did something to hurt them, you should do more of listening and trying to sort it if it's somebody you really care about, instead of just being like very defensive.
I can prove you have that phone call.
Swanky, you know that 1 year of fame can change a man.
1 year of fame?
You are boss.
I am too boss. You know
But
me.
you are
I am not the guy that would lie. I'm a child.
Yes,
Are you
that's
kidding
still
me?
a child.
So at the end of the day, they did not still give us the details of that call that made it get to this point, because they're not giving us everything, and the aproko in me is not happy with this development. But she apologized to him, and they reconciled without the full details. It's fine. It's fine and good. So there was a tea hangout between Nadia, Louis, Naked, and Kanye, where they gathered together to give each other updates on what has been going on in the different angles. These are just a bunch of gossips in different departments, and we have Nadia taking the crown for being the one that spreads gist around to the different people. So they spoke about the situation with Two-Face, the dinner they had with Two-Face, and all that he had to say about you know, being committed to someone and banging somebody outside with no strings attached. And then Louis also gave them an update on his situation with Bonang and how everything played out. He told them about the fact that he told Fantana that he didn't want there to be strings. He didn't want her to be one of Diamond's side chicks, and they did seem like they were in support of him like that. But Kanye ended up blaming Swanky Jerry because it was his event and he did not really try to moderate the situation. So that was her own opinion on the matter. Nadia just told him to have a conversation with Fantana just to, like, you know, make sure that all is fine and good. Then in their next event, they were all looking clean, like they were looking so bright, gorgeous, clean. It was giving clean and pure. And with that, you would have thought that the gathering will be pure and free of drama. That was not the case. We had Zari with her usual way of dropping her triggering comments. She started off by talking about the Bonang situation and telling Fantana that she never stands up for herself. I'm like, how long have you known this, babe? And she literally stood up for herself that day. The whole situation was not really, it was Bonang and Louis had their own situation. When Fantana had to talk, she spoke. So Zari said that Fantana, you know, Fantana was even like she even laughed off the whole thing.
Fontana never speaks for herself, and I saw that happening the other day with Bonan. I'm gonna fill them in. People need to catch her.
Fantana was now saying that herself and Bonang are friends, and Louis said something offensive to her. That's why Bonang stepped in. Zari was now like, it wasn't offensive. Is it your offense? You see, the person that it happened to be saying it was offensive. So if person says it was offensive to her, then it was offensive to her. Then she now moved on to Swanky Jerry and Annie, because apparently when Swanky Jerry and Annie met there, they hugged. So they were like, okay, what exactly happened? So Zarina asked what happened, and they were like, they are cool now, everything is fine. She did not rest though. She kept spoking. She said, yeah, so now what's now caused the fights? They did not want to say anything, like, just leave them alone. They already told you it's fine. But I'm just happy that they did not even like give her the response that she was looking for. They just told her that everything is fine.
And who forgave who?
We're good.
You just good, that's it. So what was the reason why you're not talking to each other?
Zari is coming.
Now, they wanted to find out about Diamond's whereabouts. Nadia now asked whether he's around, that who should she get the information from. This was Nadia stirring the pot because she was kind of pointing towards Fantana and Zari, like, okay, who's going to give me the information? Fantana now said that he's on a tour. Zari now countered it and said that he's not on a tour, that he's in Tanzania. In her confessional, she was now saying that he's the father of her kids. She knows better. Omo.
He's on tour. He's not even on tour. He's in Tanzania. Diamond is in Tanzania. I do know better. That's the father of my kids.
At this point, she was still feeling fly with all the responses she had been given. Louis now asked his own question. He was like, where's Andile? I was laughing like, okay, is this kind of like trying to get her to focus on her lover boy? Like, you should know where Andile is. And she's like, how is she supposed to know where he is? That they've ended their situationship. So they're not doing whatever it is that, you know, they've been trying to do. That's over. At some point, Fantana now entered into the equation and was talking about the fact that whenever Diamond and Zari, she was telling Zari that whenever they are together, they still act like they love each other. And she also revealed to her that Diamond said that she said she wanted to have a baby with him. Zari's eyes wanted to pop out at this point. She was so shocked that Diamond gave Fantana that information.
When Diamond is around, you guys act like y'all are in love with each other still. And you say you want to have another baby.
With who?
With Diamond.
Huh? He told you that?
You think you're the only one that knows how to pinch people, Abby? So Zari was now talking about the fact that it's surrogacy that she discussed with Diamond. At this point, Louis was so excited about the fact that she spoke about surrogacy, because that's also what he wants to do. More on that later. Fantana now made a subtle comment while all of this was happening that at this point she doesn't even want to talk to Diamond anymore. Zari now entered her that, are you jealous? That man is the father of my children, da 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 da. And Fantana is like, I'm not jealous. I'm not even trying to have kids. I don't want to be a baby mama. I'm not even trying to have kids at all. And then Zari now told her that she's being used and she does not even know. Is it your use? Is it you they are using? Leave this girl alone now. Face, she's not because of your problems. Face Diamond, she's being used. Whatever it is that's going on, like, just let them be. Whenever if the breakup happens, if it doesn't end well, that's on them. Like,
Are you jealous now? I have 2 kids with that man.
I don't care. I don't want to be a baby mama. I don't want no kids.
She's being used and she can't even see it.
He's not using me. Diamond can never use me because he's not even top 5. Diamond is just part of my past.
for me, yeah, I don't believe that Fantana doesn't really like Diamond as much as she's portraying, but I like how she's playing it, because nobody's gonna come out and be vulnerable and be claiming that he's all that I have, you know, especially when the other person is behaving like that. But I know that she likes him a lot more than she's expressing it, right? Meanwhile, Two-Face was not interested in all these things. In fact, they were all having fun with the gist. They were having fun with the drama. Two-Face, his own problem was whether they are selling popcorn. Whether they have popcorn there.
There is a popcorn here for your popcorn.
Then they showed Fantana trying to reach out to Diamond. She was trying to make a call through to him, and he wasn't responding. She now dropped a voice message. I don't know why they showed that. I think they're trying to tell us something. They're trying to drop a message for us to know. Maybe we'll find out what that is all about. Then they had like a gin event, and it was during this event that Swanky revealed to them that Bonang had decided to stop being part of the group. She didn't want to hang out with them anymore because she didn't feel welcomed. The first few times that she had hung out with them, it was chaos, drama, and he also mentioned the drama that happened between Louis and Bonang. So at this point, Louis was trying to explain the situation. Swanky was not ready to allow him even say anything. And I don't know that it's because they did not, I don't know whether he was expecting them to be really angry at or really sad that Bonang is no more part of the group, or whether he didn't like their reaction to the situation. But he just went off on like everybody after attacking Louis. It was just like full-blown blowout.
I'm not gonna sit here and watch all of you trying to be funny or try to antagonize one person. I am gonna say what the fuck I want to say. I'm not putting him under the bus right now. I am not. He's going to speak. He's going to speak.
Kanye said he was just mourning the loss of his bestie. The loss of like Annie as his bestie, and he was just trying to see if Bonang was going to fill in that space. That's why he was standing up for her like that. Then at some point, Louis took Kanye to the side to tell her about his plans of wanting to approach Zari concerning the surrogacy talk that she had. That he would like for them to go on a research together, that's himself and Zari, to go on a research together to find out more about surrogacy, or they would, you know, be each other's donors. Give me egg, I give you sperm. This conversation was just very funny. Even Zari was like, what is this man saying? What's going on here? So he shall reveal to her that he plans to approach Zari.
It's either Zari and myself are gonna go on research about surrogacy and have individual surrogates, or Zari might be my egg donor and I become a sperm donor.
What is Louis saying?
Then Louis and Fantana finally went on their date. It was kind of like a dance date. So they practiced some dance steps together. Fantana could not dance to save her life, but they did that. After some time, they now proceeded to sit and talk. He had flowers for her. He brought flowers for her. I was like, Louis, the romantic guy. So they sat down, had their conversations. At the end of the day, he was just thanking her for, you know, honoring his invitation, being all nice and stuff. In my mind, I was like, you're really soft, though. Fantana said that you're soft for her, but Shisha said that he has moved up the ladder. So it's all right. Then Naked and Andile met up to, you know, catch up and everything. And when I saw Andile, I was like, where have you been? I didn't really notice that he was not there, to be honest. Andile was now talking about the whole Zari and himself and Zari's situation. You guys know that Zari said it has ended. He said that he has gotten clarity on the whole thing because he has seen that he was just being used. And I told you guys that this is just him being used, because it's clear that Zari likes the tension that is causing for Diamond. So it was not really about Andile. She just liked that whole thing that was going on there. So Andile now revealed that he's about to go on his search for true love. Anita, why are you laughing? So yeah, he just said that he would like to find true love and everything. So he's ready to be, he's ready to settle down. So Andile invited Annie and Two-Face over for lunch, just to, you know, get an advice from them, because to him, he just felt like their situations are similar, with Two-Face having more than one baby mama. So it's like, okay, maybe I'm going to get an advice from them and they'll help me in my search for true love. In this gathering, he invited his most recent baby mama, Seba, mother of 2 of his children. And when I saw her, I was just like, yo, how do people, like, how is it that somebody will give birth to 2 children and the person will still be this hot? Where is the tummy? Like, where is it? The second baby mama, the same thing. Rosette, the same thing, like looking all hot and stuff. I'm like, okay, that's good. So now he revealed that the person that he would like to settle down with is Seba, that's the most recent mother of his kids. He said that they have like a really cool friendship, and with the first baby mama, their relationship got really toxic. So this is what he would like to do. So Kanye met up with Zari to like inform her of Louis's proposition, right? To based on the whole surrogacy of it thing. And Zari was not pleased on hearing that. She's like, okay, am I like a baby making machine or something? And to be honest, I don't even understand Louis's thought process. Like, she expressed that she wants to do surrogacy with Diamond. Is that why you now be proposing that you want to? There's a reason she wants it to be with Diamond. I believe she just wants her kids to be from the same father. You understand? I feel like that's why she wants to do that. So Louis's sperm is not needed in this situation. But to be fair, he also suggested that they could just go on the search together. It doesn't have to be both of them. So she just expressed that she was not going to do that. Like, she's not interested in that. Then Andile also met with his first baby mama, Rosette. I think he mentioned that he wanted to have a conversation with her, just in a way to get them to settle. That's his first baby mama and second baby mama, to like settle, so that when he starts something with Seba, there's not going to be any tension between them. Because apparently he said that they used to get along, which is quite interesting. Like, how the two of them get along at the point, but he said they used to get along. So he's just trying to make sure that the whole situation is not very awkward. But on meeting her, the energy she was bringing was just like, I'm not with anybody. Because I asked her if she was dating somebody, she's like, she's not with anybody, that's he's the one she wants. I'm like, okay, I don't think this is going to go as planned. I don't think she's going to be very receptive to the other babe coming back, or you guys coming back. Then Zari's birthday came, and yes, these people were looking lavishing. Like, they were bringing in all the cultural vibes. I was looking forward to seeing this particular scene where they wore all their cultural outfits, because I saw a clip of it when I watched the trailer, so I wanted to know what it was all about. I love a cultural event. Swanky was giving a mix of Igbo, Yoruba, Zulu vibes. He was giving a mix of everything. He also looked nice. They just looked clean and really, really nice. Then, can you guys imagine that Andile invited his 2 baby mamas to this event? What was he expecting? I don't understand what he was thinking, because okay, so he invited them and he tried to get them to sit away from him, just so that maybe him being with one person will not cause drama for the other person. But at the end of the day, them sitting like that now made it even worse, because they were now close to each other and they now had the time to have a conversation that now led to them saying a lot of things that were not like that. Now led to them having a back and forth. So it was Rosette that brought up the conversation. She told Seba that they were cool at some point, until Seba now went on that, and Seba is like, I don't think I went on that. I was not cool with how you guys were. That's Rosette and Andile. She was not cool with the fact that Rosette was not respecting boundaries, especially based on the fact that she knew that he was in a relationship and she was also married, right? So she didn't like the whole situation of what was happening there. It was giving her the vibe of Rosette wasn't happy that herself and Andile were getting strong. She didn't like that, so that's why she was trying to be more intrusive. The next thing, Rosette now asked her, is that why she went and had a kid for him? Oh hey God. Then Savannah asked her the same thing, and it was just like,
is that why you had a baby then? Because it looked like you thought it was fly by night. Is that why you had a baby? Babe, because I asked you the same thing way longer than you. It doesn't matter. He was still with someone else.
Louis's facial expressions were just hilarious. It was just like he was just caught in the middle of the buzzwords that was happening. So we had Rosette that was telling Seba that the reason she went to stay with Andile is because she didn't have a choice. She was divorced and everything, and she's like, I was comfortable where I was. I was staying in. I can't remember the place she got, but she was comfortable where she was. I was even Andile that I wanted her to move in. And the next thing, Rosette told her that she was staying with the man that she cheated on her husband with. You guys, the whole thing just kept getting messier and messier. Seba said that none of that happened, that she should know what she's saying, da 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 da. In all of this, I applaud the fact that these two people were able to remain calm in all of these things that they were saying. They were just calmly just dropping it. I was like, okay, this is some calmness in the midst of basketballs. I see why Andile likes both of them. It was giving like same vibe because both of them are giving the same calm vibes. I was like, okay.
I didn't need to move in anyway. Andile made me move into his house. I was living in Sunny Hill Bay with the other guy that you living cheated on with your husband. No, I didn't. You need to get your facts straight.
After some time, Andile just went there to try and intervene. Then we had Louis that was giving a toast to Zari, talking about how he has a very nice gift for her that's better than everybody else's gifts. He was just talking. I was like, this Louis it's as if he likes toast a lot. So he was still there talking. We now had Nadia in the background, just like whispering to Fantana that he asked Zari for her eggs. And next thing, she's also telling Swanky the same thing. He asked Zari for her eggs. And I was like, why are you trying to stir things up right now? This guy has not even had a conversation with Zari yet about it. And obviously telling Swanky, you know that it's going to cause problem. Like, why are you trying to stir things up?
Girl, you know he asked her for her eggs. For Zari's eggs.
Girl.
He asked for Zari's eggs.
Zari's what?
Eggs.
As in he wants Zari to carry his baby on.
100%.
And as expected, the whole thing caused wahala between Swanky and Louis. We had Louis that went close to Fantana. You know, he wanted to have a conversation with her. And the next thing, Swanky is telling Fantana to put a chair in between them and, you know, sit away from him. And all of them were shocked, like, what do you mean? Like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on here? Fantana herself even now did it, put seats in between. I'm like, you're not serious.
Fantana, put one seat in the middle and then put the other one and then sit. What? Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah, you must communicate from there.
Louis still tried to keep his cool, but Swanky was still going. He now asked Louis that, why is he looking at him that way? That why is he rolling his eyes and looking at him like that? Louis was not like, he's not looking at him in any type of way that, you know, like he's just in there, he's not looking at him in any way. I was just like, Swanky at this point, he had just poking, like he was just poking, he just needed to get like some type of reaction from him. After some time, Louis now decided that, instead of this bad energy I'm getting here, let me just even leave. So that's now what caused the back and forth between them. Swanky Jerry now blotted out that Louis was trying to have a baby with trying to get Zari to have a baby or get pregnant and all of that.
I'm out.
Louis, you're not waiting for the toast.
There's too much negativity here.
Negativity?
Yeah, coming from you.
Why are you asking people to get Zari pregnant?
Who that asked to get Zari pregnant?
Boy, bye with that bullshit.
The back and forth continued. Louis said Swanky was being fake. He doesn't know why he's being fake. Swanky said Louis has multiple personalities. It just kept going, and then Swanky stood up from the table and left. You guys, Swanky Jerry's drama is honestly funny because most of the time it's unnecessary and he's just going and I'm just like, okay, what's happening? It's almost like it's forced for the most part. It's almost like it's forced. Like, just be calm in the way, yeah. But that's not my cup of tea right now. This is the end of this video. This is where the episode 6 ended. Let me know what you think about the episodes, these 2 episodes. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to see you on the next one. Bye. Love you.